Guess what? Binance application in process for Apollo. Big news. Good news. Gotta love that. Let's get to the rest of the news and then we'll get back to talking about Binance and Apollo. 2 o'clock in the morning a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7/9/2019. Yeah, what do we have for the market? Oh my god, it's black. Oh, there it is. It faded off for a second. Okay, Bitcoin at 12,684.35, up 10.79% for the last 24 hours. Ethereum up 3.89% at 316. XRP up 2.4% at 40 cents. And let's go down the list. When you look at the 7 days, you've got basically a decent uptick for the market for the most of the coins. But there's a lot of the altcoins that aren't doing that good, and some are doing very good. So you gotta like that the Bitcoin has taken in surge in that amount in 1 day, and that is, let's put it this way. Bitcoin is a good investment. I'm not your financial advisor, but it really is. The possibilities are immense with a low supply coin and its high demand. So when you look at the 3 months and the last year, you can see where it's just something that's going to be pretty impressive as time goes by. And getting over to the live coin watch, basically you've got, I would say that in the next probably 2 weeks, you're going to see the market really start to zoom. And in the last hour, you've got some downturn, but hours are deceiving. You got to go for the 24 hours and see what's what. But if you notice down here when you come down to Tron is down 3%. Why is that? Well, you know the issues, maybe you don't. That there was basically a scam style setup on a company that was using Tron's information, and then basically Tron never really knocked them down for doing it because they knew they were doing it, but they didn't knock them down. And then there was an unfortunate situation, and then with that, basically you had a storming of a business that is tied to Tron, which I'll get over to in a minute. The headlines were that the police were raiding Tron's headquarters, and that just knocked the price down. So let's take a look. So the Beijing office invested in an imposter scheme on the protesters, and with the peace. Let's see. According to the official statement, the police arrived to protect the office from people who were deceived by the so-called Wave Field Super Community. That's what they call Tron in China, a group that has used the Chinese language version of Tron's name to defraud investors. The victims claim Tron itself a scam and cited the alleged suicide earlier this month of one investor, and that is unfortunate. The victims have been promised high rates of return, and when you get down to Tron's officials express their sympathy and understand for those who have been deceived. However, the company strongly condemns acts of violence that may be perpetrated as a result of events that are not in its direct control. So, soap opera, no doubt. Unfortunate death, no doubt. Now, getting over to Shapeshift. You've got Shapeshift basically has come out with a non-custodial exchange. But guess what? It's still not decentralized. You do have a KYC that you have to do with it. And Apollo's DEX coming up. Let's go right over to that. Apollo's DEX in Sharding. The intro with the Sharding coming any time now. Well, it is, and the countdown is here. We've got 14,169 blocks remaining at 60 cents block, which is 9 days, 20 hours, and 9 minutes. Basically, you've got here, if it's sped up to 2-second blocks, 7 hours and 52 minutes, and they are working to speed up the blocks. So that's historic with Sharding, and with Dex, the Dex basically with no KYC and no verification, and also atomic swaps. So that one there, they were working on and have been for a long time now for DEX to make it the best possible. And when you look at in the last 7 hours, Kickstarter version as is, with debug, noise, and test rest entry point, basically they are kicking butt and getting the code ready to go and rock and roll. and rock and roll, I should say. Let me have a coffee. So anyway, when you look at the description here, if you're a coder like myself, it's pretty simple to see what's going on there. But it's basically a wrapping up, as they put, of the code entry and end points to make sure it's a smooth operation. And that is really coming nicely. So basically these things that we discussed with Binance, all right, with that listing application, let me get into that in 1 second. When you do the Binance listing applications and you have a good product, okay, one of the key things in that is that any coin that has a good community, a good makeup of the people in the office, okay, have the executives, and have a good product that is worked on and updated. And that is truly Apollo. When you look at how they have everything always updated in a great product line, yeah, the fastest in the world, the most private, the updater, Sharding Dex, all-in-one wallet. Binance is going to list Apollo. When is it going to be? That's the question. It takes time for that, but not a lot. And being that the process has started, that is the bomb. And Apollo got a bump last night of additional volume because of that, and because of Sharding and Dex. So then when you get into more news, and we'll get back to that in a minute for Apollo, Coinbase competition grows as veteran CEXIO launches U.S. office. So basically you're going to see a lot go on now that regulations are starting to come through, and you're seeing a little bit of clarity, and I'll get into that in a second, because the IRS is clarifying very soon on taxes and going after people that are not paying the taxes for crypto through means that will get those people eventually. Because they're using digital footprint, they'll get them. Go right over, look at their Twitter, Facebook. They get it, my drift. Their posts. It just all works, and you got to understand that it's not really hard to do crypto taxes when you do your profit and loss with capital gains. And you really want to claim your losses, because in 2018 there was a lot of losses, and even in 2019, depending on the coins that you are dealing with. Yes, one of the nice things of the new regulations coming out for IRS is they're working on basically taking and knocking out let me get over here, there we go, knocking out the small transfers, when you make different transfers of small amounts, knocking those out. So the Token Taxonomy Act, okay, would grant token exemptions from classification as securities. The same piece of legislation would also seek to grant cryptocurrency a de minimis exemption, meaning that the smaller crypto payments would be exempt from taxation. That would be nice to get all the little ones out, make your life a lot simpler, and there's more that they're coming out in the next few weeks for the IRS pieces to clarify taxes. Very good. And then I don't want to focus on taxes because they're a pain in the butt overall for just having to deal with it every year. But the IRS is planning to clamp down on the currency tax evaders using digital footprint tracking of even family and friend interviews. Yeah, they'll get you. Okay? That's the thing. They will get you. So, do your taxes, and remember, always claim your losses. It really works out well that way. Okay, now, when you get over to Binance, the do's and the don'ts when you have a coin going to go on Binance, you know what one of the don'ts is? And you can understand it, because they don't want to be hassled or peppered. Shilling the coin. It's good to show your support for it, but if you shill the coin to CZ, you may not make him too happy. Or it's just, and he clearly says it, don't shill your coin. So you got to be careful. Apollonauts, show your support for the coin, alright? But not everybody go crazy and nailing CZ. It's just basically you have to let Apollo take care of business with their application, and it will happen. The very good have stable products, many users, and will grow. Okay? The fees, they've changed the whole situation with the fees, and the main thing is that Apollo can name their fee, and then if Binance approves it, they can take it. Okay, if it's a very good and stable product, which Apollo is, they may not have to pay a fee. But who cares about that? The main thing is they are starting the process. And with the process, you've just got to understand one thing. It takes a little time, because once you get approved, then you have to get your coin put on the exchange, and it has to be coded in. And it's something that it will take a little time, but you can see from the reaction on Twitter, Twitter, yes. But the reaction of Live Coin Watch for the coin, the additional volume and pumping up of the price, yeah. Binance is awesome. Binance is going to be the bomb. So there's no doubt about that. Apollo Knots, this is the beginning. When you have Binance coming your way, when you have Sharding coming your way, when you have DEX coming your way with the atomic swaps, and you have the best products in the world, it's true, that's no hype. Fastest network in the world, most private, and you're working in Africa. With this situation here, this is quiet because of non-disclosure agreements, but it's working. So you gotta understand one thing. You've got Sharding, you've got Dex, you've got Binance, okay? You've got the whole thing cooking for Apollo. Ground floor, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting in on the ground floor. It's less than a penny. Available at Bitmart. IDEX Pro. Those are the two best right now. When Dex opens up for live trading, that'll be the best. You can just download the wallet and boom, buy your coins using the Paxos coin. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I said I was going to mention Paxos the other day and I forgot to get into it. But anyway, the Paxos link is down below. Register on Paxos. Okay? When it's time to take and transfer your Apollos to your bank, you're using the Paxos coin that's built into the exchange. You then convert your APLs to Paxos and then send the Paxos to the website when you're ready to cash out. Only when you're ready to cash out. When you're then ready to cash out, go to Paxos website, your coins are there, okay? Then you say take and send to your bank, put in your routing number, your account number, and you send. It is that easy. You don't have to verify your bank account ahead of time. It's just putting in your routing number and your account number. So very easy for cashing out, and buying is the big thing. You can also buy the Paxos coin and take care of business easily inside your all-in-one wallet, which is the bomb. Okay, with so many things that are coming, I mean, you're talking about, let me get back here from all my pictures. Yes, there we go. There, you've got basically the DEX. This one here is a sleeper. I mean, when I say sleeper, once it comes, a lot of people are focusing on Sharding. Sharding is a historic breakthrough, and it is the bomb for having efficiency. No doubt about that. But this is your convenience factor right here. Convenience of dealing with your exchange inside your wallet and having the security of no KYC, no verification, and that is going to be the big one, along with Sharding, and the rest of it's going. Can we say that Apollo has a lot going for it? Yeah, we can. And it's just amazing to see, and great to see that Binance is cooking. So, Dubai is going green with DLT and blockchain technology. Good job, Dubai. It is 2:16 a.m., 7/9/2019. Apollo is just going to be a rush to watch. All the links are down below, everybody. I mean, anybody that's new to Apollo, all the links are down below. The website, Paxos, everything's down there. Research links, wiki link for Apollo. Okay, it is a complete breakdown. And like I said yesterday, when you look at their products and their domination, Apollo has them. When you look at the documents and you have all these pieces right here, the one-pager technical paper, technical paper is complete. Check it out. It's a lot easier to go through this. The white paper can be a little boring, but it's still damn informational. It's very good. But the technical paper is a good piece to break it down in simplicity. And then you have your comparison chart, which is just a rush. Okay, so with that mesmerizing background, congratulations to Apollo for putting in the Binance application and getting that rocking. and then working on Sharding Dex and everything else to make Apollo the coin that is just going to be amazing to watch surge up the ranks. Amazing to watch. It's going to be awesome. It's just been a long time coming, and it's about to happen. Everybody have a great day. 2:17 again in the morning. I'm going to have another coffee. You're going to go, why is he drinking coffee this time in the morning? It's a crazy schedule I have. Later guys.